and stuff. How has that been working for you with practice and stuff?
Great. I mean, he knows the down command. We're just working on lengthening the duration. And then same thing with the emergencies. It was the way you wanted me to practice was just as we're walking, and then at random, like when my right foot came down, I just said it, right?
Correct.
Yeah, he does great with it.
Awesome, very good. So, excuse me, the reason why that's so important is because, you know, if you find yourself in the moment of like, I need this, it's going to be random.
Exactly.
So, what we'll do today is we'll do a quick review, touch on both those things, and then I think in terms of blending stuff together, I know we did the heel, we're doing the long leash heel, we did the stage, we did the recall, then we incorporated the emergency sits, we just did the downs, we did the place. But really, I think with the long leash, you're just doing the heel, sit, and the recall. Is that correct?
And then I did throw some downs.
Okay. Oh, like the distance, like down and walking away type stuff? Okay, cool. Do you need a long leash?
I do, yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to have you show me what you've been practicing. And then we'll move on to like blending in a few more things. Good. I got another dog in the area. They're actually, I used to live by 11th and Wabash. They're old neighbors of mine. They didn't know. But they have a Doberman. She's a real sweet. She's got real funny. She's got real floppy ears. She doesn't have the straight up ears. Yeah. Oh no, they're cropped, but they're not up.
Gotcha.
They're not up by choice apparently. Like they said, like when she's like, how'd you say, focus on something, they go straight up. But otherwise, they're just floppy.
Okay.
Her name's Hiking. So if you ever see a couple with like a smaller Dobie female, that might be one of my clients. So, I'll go ahead and have you just show me what you've been practicing, and then we'll start to add in things. Okay.
You're saying like the 3 commands.
Correct. Yeah. See how that's looking, and then have you done any of like putting in the sits while with the long leash heel type of thing yet, or has it always been on the short leash?
The autos,
the emergency sits.
Yeah, I was kind of. Today was the first day I did it. I actually unclipped him. He was completely off.
Okay.
In like the pretty little Grand Park area.
Yeah.
You can see, and he did really well.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean. So when it comes to like taking the leash fully off, people actually get there sooner than they think. It's just we keep the long leash and we keep practicing because there's going to be mistakes, you know. So, but I've had people as soon as the first class like already like walking their dog off leash. It's crazy. I'm like technically I'm like yes you can and I can see it. I was like, but there's like a lot of things that are going to happen that we want to work through.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it was dead this morning. I was like, all right,
sure,
you've earned it.
Yeah, and were you in that same kind of spot, or was it just empty? Yeah.
It was the same spot.
Yeah, that spot's got so much range, in terms of proximity to other stuff that it's a good spot to practice with. Okay. All right, so go for it.
Heel.
I saw. Yep.
I don't think he was thrilled to come here either.
Oh, really?
He was dead asleep.
Wow.
That's all right though.
Good pivot. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, yep, keep going. Tap, 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 tap. And what's your number at currently?
80.
Okay. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, I see what's going on.
You're good.
You know why he's having problems there, right?
Honestly, no.
The emergency sits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one. All right, so when we do...
He hasn't normally had that problem before.
That's good. But right now, when you tap him and you put his butt down, I can see him going, do I go or do I sit, right? Super common. when we do this. So I'm surprised you didn't see it earlier.
I haven't.
Okay.
Not to that extent.
Yeah. So anytime we teach anything new, we create more problems, and that's why when I try to put things in, I do it one at a time. So it gives the owner like a week or two to like correct the issue that pops up, and then we teach the next thing. Then we create more problems. You know, so I see it all the time, so I'm not worried there. What you want to do is don't repeat the heel. Just keep moving forward, and this is what I was talking about with my clients, like walk the dog off leash, because it can happen even before, like if they don't even know the emergency sits, is that the owner will tap them and they'll just sit down for whatever reason. And then the way you correct it is you keep walking away from holding, and at some point, like tension's going to kick in, and it's going to bring them to your side. So that's like what you would do. Like the first one, I think you stopped and you said heel again, and you tapped them, and you did go forward. But you're trying to teach them without any words how to just correct the issue.
Okay.
So you just keep that movement away, and at some point, you know, tension will bring them towards you. And then you keep walking like nothing happened. Okay, you can praise, like, of course, when you change the leg, like good boy. But other than that, I don't repeat the command again. So we're gonna do that a couple more times, and then I'll have you throwing like the stay stuff, and then we'll do a recall, and then blend all those things together. Okay. Good turn. Try picking up your speed a bit. Good. Right, good job. Yep. Tap, tap, keep going. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, tap, 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 tap. There he goes. Good boy. All right, and then slow to a stop. Tap, tap. Yeah, get him closer. There he goes.
That's a good boy.
Good.
No, it's confusing.
Go ahead and do the stay.
Stay.
Good. I'm going to have you come back to a side, and then we'll give a down here.
Just from this?
Yeah.
Okay. Down.
Good. And step away again.
Boy. Say,
go ahead and move away. There you go. Now, did I give you my, it's not really a rule, but it's like a suggestion, like not doing a recall from a stationary or a stay command?
yes.
Just to prevent that? Yeah. That
I
actually,
always would have him break first, and then I'm surprised he didn't right there, but, and then call him like after a couple seconds or something.
gotcha. Now, when you release them, are you releasing them from a distance, or are you releasing them when you're close to them?
I think sometimes a mixture of both. I really don't think I've been doing one or the other.
So what can happen is similar problem.
Okay.
So I don't release or call from a stationary position at a distance to prevent confusion. Okay. So like the most common thing that I get is the owner of the dog will sit stay, walk away, and when they turn around, the dog will already be running to them. Okay. Because they've learned that pattern of I stay, you walk away, you call me, and then they preemptively break. Okay. Or if you break them at a distance, and like maybe you need him to stay put for whatever reason, and he thinks he heard you, he might prematurely break. Okay. So what I do, my suggestion is, I always come back to the dog before the break or for the instead of doing a recall, going into the next command to prevent that from happening. Because dogs are all about like how things are practiced. So for them, it's like, well, you only ever release me when you're right here, right? And you never call me from this position. So then we don't get those kinds of mistakes. I actually had that happen to a client. She's the same as you, emergency sits and all that stuff. And then her dog she's been really bad about like not sitting right. And I was like, well, when did this happen? And she's like, just a week or so ago, right when we started these things. So then I was like, I asked her, have you been doing come from the sit? She's like, yeah. So now the dog wouldn't stay put, right? So we correctly fix it, no problem. So it's my suggestion. But it's okay if you practice that. Just know that you may create a problem that you'll have to fix. Okay? So like, let's say you're over here, and he did break position, you would have to stop and walk back in the general area until you don't simply correct until you go back to that position, and then I walk away again. Okay? So that's all it means, is that if he makes a mistake, you have to put him in time to correct it and clarify, no, you only break when I say break, and not like, because you think you're supposed to, you're catching up patterns. Okay? Here. But yeah, that's actually better. The release, then the recall. That's actually a good idea. Because I could see that actually preventing your premature returns because there's a separation. So, good. And then what you do here is heel.
I mean, I don't know if it's scary. Heel.
Good. Good turn.
Glad we're done with the 90+ degree days.
Oh, really?
For training.
Oh.
We had a strand of like, I feel like 3 or 4 in a row. They weren't that bad. But
I'm from Florida, so I'm all about the warm weather. I'm hating this weather right now. I'm just like, no. Good. So then we're going to do a release.
great.
And what I'll do is I'll hold Astro for you so you can do a recall, and then we'll go into that side step. Okay?
Break. Oh, he's a jumper. Is that something that I just remote until he
Sure.
stops?
So like here. Yeah.
He's a little less hesitant.
You're solid. Yep. So I'm keeping my energy the same. Yep. So he's learning that we can be playful, but that he can't jump. Okay. Now here, the reason why I'm not saying off or anything is because then it becomes a cue behavior, and then you always have to say off. And we want him to just not jump. Period. Right. Now for you guys, if you like it when he jumps, then you don't do anything. Okay? But then for everybody else, you would just correct it, and it'd be something like they could tell me, "Hey, Astro, jump," so it's cued, and then now they're invited. But then you have to have the off command of, now I want you to get off, because it would be unfair to randomly start correcting them when I invited them up. Correct. That makes sense? Yes. But like when it comes to like default jumping on this part, I keep my energy the same. Now he's learned, okay, you can't jump, right? Right now, because it just happened, he's kind of like, but as he gets comfortable with it and goes, oh, I just don't put my paws on you, we're good, you're going to see that same wiggly energy, just the same okay? So go ahead.
It's just annoying when like we're in the elevator with a random person, and like, can I say hi? And then they do, and the first thing he does is just jump right off.
And if you want to make your life easier, because I've had this happen, where like the owner will be working on the jumping, and like somebody will come to pet the dog, and then they see them remoting the dog, and then they get like all pissed, So then what I would suggest is like you guys do it with yourselves first to get that foundation in. So it should transition much more easily to someone else, as opposed to like you did it with me today, and then you do it with somebody on the elevator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be some steps there. So like anybody that you know that's like just cool with like the training, like family, whatever, you do it with them, so that if somebody on the street's like, "Hey, can I pet them?" You're like, "Yeah, sure." Like we shouldn't even see jumping anymore. Like, otherwise, you might get some commentary from people when you collect them to e-collar.
I got you.
Okay. All right, my buddy. My buddy. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I know. It does take a little bit, but I mean,
Good. Tap, tap. Good. Now go ahead and go into a stay.
stay.
Good. And back to his side. Very good. Heel. All right. And slow to stop. Good. Oh, that looks real good. All right. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna have you do single heel, and now when you're doing the heel, you're gonna do the emergency set, right? And then what we're gonna also do is end up layering in emergency downs. Now my preference is downs, but we use the 6 to get there. Okay. So 6 is easier to create the break in motion because you can pull out, right, as you pivot away. And it's easier to get a dog to do this than this to this. So once we teach them that concept of you may be in motion, and then I'm going to give you a command that's going to lead you to be stationary. We transition from that. Okay? So we're going to have the same thing, but now you're going to apply the emergency sense. You walk around, come back, and then you can either pop it down and walk away, come back, and just kind of mix things together. And then, because right now you're still doing this, correct? When you're having to do the emergency sit.
Well, no, I just walked that time.
Okay, so you're able to do the sit and then motion forward. Okay, cool. So then pick it up from there. Okay. We're gonna do a few of those to warm them up, and then we're gonna start transitioning into emergency downs. Okay.
Heel. In the red.
Nice.
I think it's fine if mine's way down, sir. I ain't got though. It's working to I am a head case.
Stay.
Got the gifts.
Good.
I know, right? When it does that, it's... I know!
We're gonna try a couple more emergency sits.
That was,
Right, good.
Sit.
Nice. Now here, step towards them and tap, 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 tap. There you go. Good. And then step away. Good. There we go. Right, tap, 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 yep, tap, tap, yep, and then step away, tap, tap, yep, and away, good. You're a little lazy dog today.
Yeah, he is.
Good. So did you see? Yeah, it's okay. We'll take it. Sorry.
Try that.
Yeah.
Deal.
Tap, tap, keep forward, tap. There you go. Good.
Good boy.
He corrected real good. That was good. Good job.
Sit.
There you go. That was a good one.
I came up on it.
And he had just got momentum on that one too.
Yeah.
And then you gave him the sit. Yeah, that was real good timing.
Sorry about that.
All right. So, how do you think, before we get to the downs, how do you think you could make this a little bit more difficult?
Just a lot of change, like the autos or the emergency sits.
Right.
Just a lot of changing speeds, or like go faster.
Yeah. So what we'll do is just a couple. We'll do a heel, and then you'll go into a light jog,
Okay.
and then give a sit there. Okay.
Works for me. Deal. Wait.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I was on the other side of the field. Over there.
There you go. Good pivot.
Sit.
There you go.
Got caught up a little.
It's okay. Because of the speed, right? So that's why I was like, to make it a little bit more difficult, because they get so stuck in the momentum
Okay.
that it's harder for them to break. So like, let's say he did that well. Like he did start to slow down and then come to that sit. But if you saw like continuous or repeated mistakes with that sit, what I would do is then a slower jog where I could then do the pivot to him. You know what I mean? So like if you're struggling with the faster sits, right? Is I'll go at a light jog. This to help put the brakes on. But he was able to catch that one, so we'll try it again to see how he does.
Okay.
But when you work with them, if you feel like he's struggling, then that's what I would do, is I would just bring back in the pivot in front of him when I cue that sit to help him put the brakes on, practice that a bit, and then you should be able to take that away. Okay?
Gotcha. Deal.
Much better. Very good. Excellent. So go ahead and put him in a heel, bring him back.
I don't know what I would do. If you keep telling you're crashing out, I'll probably never do it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Attaboy. Good job, Astro. So what I really liked on a couple of them was that when he did make the mistake and you corrected him, is that he very quickly went into the heel. So that's why it's important that you keep your momentum, because when you're tapping him, you're trying to do the math of like tap, and what does Dad do? Oh, he's walking, right? So you guys can like look for anything like that body language of coming back into the heel. So I like on the last one, on that one where you made a mistake, you very quickly came to your side. That last one with that emergency sit, and the faster motion, okay? So now blending that into your typical routine, right? So we're just building on like simple things that we've established, and then making it more realistic. Another thing that I like to do is I do
Extremely biased.
what I call rapid fire sits,
When it moves that way,
where I'll be playing with the dog and we're very loose, and it'll be sit,
I feel like
and It's out of nowhere. Right? You're in the middle of play, dog's not playing anything about it, just sit, right? And then just put the butt down, then I'll immediately break them, and then right when they break and jump out of the sit again. Boom, right? So you get that like boom, kind of motion, and then and then we play for a bit, you know? And then during play, it's just like a random single sit. No matter where he is, bless you, in conjunction to you.
I was looking over there.
Now we start working on the down. Very similar. I think your downs, like go ahead and just cue them down here. Down. Pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the walking. Very much just like the emergency sits. We're going to do that pivot out for the down. Now here you're probably going to have to slow down a bit because he's probably just going to sit. If he just sits, you can step in and tap to see if he'll go into the down position. Then back away at your normal speed. Going back inside. So it's the same exact thing, but you might have to step in to actually get him to go down. Okay?
Gotcha.
And slower pace works better.
Noted. Noted for sure. Astro heel.
Right, good. Right, and back. There you go. Good, attaboy.
You want that? Just try and stay fluid, right?
Yeah, but you did that good. Yeah, no, you did that real good.
I just served. My body's ready.
Heel. Down.
Good.
Good boy.
We're going to do 3 more. Good. Very good. 2 more.
Yeah, hey. Okay. Good start. I immediately went like kind of serve up. Yeah, exactly. Challenge my energy.
Down.
That was a smooth one. That was real good.
Lock down a little faster.
Yeah, that was more smooth, yeah.
I wanted it more than anything.
And 1 more. Right. Nice. That's very good. All right. So we're going to pause right there. So what we'll do here is really go to the next step and get the down with you moving forward. If you see them still trying to follow, you won't repeat, you'll simply pivot, to the correct kind of active sound. And then once you get it, it's what you're doing. So we're doing it if necessary. We're trying to get it to where it's just down.
Heel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. More like tank. I don't know.
Down.
So there we go. Nice.
Yeah. Best off. Best down. It was weighted, by the way. 5 points we get skipped.
Down.
Now turn to face. Now step in. Hold. Tap. Hold right there.
On the really high one.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. There it is. And praise. Good boy. Good. Try it again. Step in. Correct. Yep. Good. Praise. Good. We'll try 2 more. Yeah. So here. Yep. There you go. Good move. Good move. Good. Much better. Faster. Attaboy. We'll do 1 more.
I can't serve it any faster than this. Read me down. No, I think it's like 97.
Good pivot.
Pocket too. Oh, you got.
Down.
Tap. Step in. Better. And back. Attaboy. Real good. So we'll hold right there. Let him rest for a second. So
You can definitely tell it's a little more difficult.
yeah, it always is. His downs are pretty are quick, but if you had like a down swoop, then it's an easier. Because like it's just range is so strange. Just a little bit of a delay. That's a thing kind of harder. So that first one I think was the first one that was the best.
Yeah.
The second one started to progress
Being in the way.
and then each time it's progressing better again. And you got to decipher, what you're supposed to do, particularly by a word that you just have no idea. Okay, especially where all the repetitions and conditioning and play, all that is what I would expect to see. All that was like out of the ordinary. And I think
Take them out from the back.
quick in terms of getting faster when you get the down and as you correct. The last two like 1 to 2 fast, and then you start to go up. So as you practice more, I get quick. So now we're going to create a problem. Right? We're adding something new. Familiar.
I wouldn't play it unless on your side. I can tell you that.
So the issue you might get is kind of like sits, where you'll sit like leg or whatever. Or if the emergency sits, you might down instead. Okay? So you want to isolate these commands, work on them separately. Like you could do one then the other, that's fine. But then if you start to see like maybe you're doing your emergency sits, all of a sudden it starts to come. Okay? So then what we have to do is a session of blending the two together to help
That was like the first like good rally.
the sits and the downs of each other. Basically, I'm going back and forth between them, and then doing maybe like the 3 sits and then down, sit, 4 downs, like just interchangeably, right? Until he gets a good concept. So there's going to be a period where it's just punch and snakes until we get that sit. Okay? Well, that was pretty good. So same thing with like the sits where I said I like to do what I call my rapid fire sits or rapid sits, rub and playing with them. You can do same thing with the down, okay? But you're gonna need like some good practice first.
Yeah,
that first. You're working with the emergency sits for a week, right? So you're already ready for that next phase. Whereas with the down, since we just taught it, you can do this for 3 days. Ready for it. So do the same kind of concept. And then randomly down. Okay. Does
Oh yeah.
does?
Once he gets tired though, he's done. It's like after 20 minutes, chucking the ball back, couldn't get him to run out. That's exactly the life. Yeah.
So if he's got a really good ball drive, there's a possibility of doing all this stuff with your. So like, I work with the dog.
Just like as he's chasing it.
So you can do a couple of things. One would be I can throw the ball and hit chase the ball, come back, break. As soon as you come back, break. Send him straight forward again. Okay, so if he's one that can, that remembers, like, see, because some dogs that you'll throw it, and if you stop it, you start to try to hopefully get it, they're like, nah.
So actually, now that you mention that, I like do that normally. That's when we practice comes. Like I'll throw the ball, and maybe 1 out of 5 or something. Call it. And he turns right around, and then he gets there. And today, when I broke him, like he did turn around and go back at it.
Good. Yeah, that's what I like on the up. You still have to drive, or that they remember like there was a ball out there. So yeah, so you can do that. So now the other thing you can do is you can put them in the sit stay. In the beginning, I had the leash on them. I step on the leash and I throw the ball, but I don't release them. Okay, so you might get the impulsiveness, direct it, dial back, dial back. So you have to do the immediate release at the beginning so that he doesn't use the kick. It's a simple boom. But then you get the confidence of the put down and we start shooting. Okay? So then we start to stack more goals on it. Whereas like now you have to wait for the break. But in the beginning, because you're trying not to throw the ball drive at the same time, hard to incorporate structure that you see it get in the beginning. And then just go back and I'll do like super simple stuff and grab something harder. You're like, sustaining the sit while I throw the ball. I need a recall from the street. And when you arrive, standing even once you get to the point, throw the ball, chase, down, right? So there's a lot of ways to make your obedience more complicated. And it's simply where you're
I'm like a beach vertical,
so it's like sit and stay.
I think I barely got out of it.
Like very robotic comparison. Yeah. Like, whereas like for me, like you said, Astro place, and one place where we call it, he doesn't get there. And as he's coming to the place again. So he's like zigzagging. He goes back, right? And then like moving down, like running around, sit, as he's running around. Like you're just throwing it like and getting them to think split second. But it starts with like first little like simple, slow steps. And eventually once you like grab the concept, I start to slowly blend it into my play. So we had a German Shepherd that came to us that we do and he's not your average German Shepherd like he wasn't meant to be one, but they ended up with that kind of dog. And I told him so much like let's see how like your dog is this way and then you got your dog so it's a ball so this is the exact one blended it off with ball time so then his owner had a nice out there and the dog had better impulse control because it wasn't like I will never get it, it's just I have to work to get it. So, same with Astro here. Side. Plus bounce up. Most of the time I don't care about like size and stuff, but then when I get clients like you, like well, the dog, the dog is my smart. Try to balance it out.
Not right now, no. Just lots of practice.
Yes, of course. We put people down. Nice. Good.
What? Really good. I already know. It was bad. It's really demoralizing. If you just end up on the ground.
Nice test. Good.
Down.
Nice. That's real good. Head of boy. Let's do one more.
Deal. Down.
Perfect. Very good.
Boy, Astro.
So, pretty simple. Come up for the lead.
He will, yes.
So it's same thing. I would have to spend 4 days before trying to incorporate it into the regular job. And then if you're long for
You say I can start letting him sit?
sit
The
down.
off leash and the down?
Down. Once you feel like you've got to get it,
Yeah.
because from what I'm seeing,
I won't do it right away.
if you give it a few days so that it gives you time to kind of see like solve on it. You're going to see a higher work done. Okay, so now in advance, more quickly, and if you see you start to struggle with something here, I would do it. Serious what you're doing over here and then isolate that one.
Got it.
Okay, so if you start to struggle with the bigger, stop with that. Use the other stuff here, and then work on that by itself. And then, like, back to the car, bring it back in. Okay.
He loves that, but he'll walk by bird and he don't care at all. I figured that, like, kind of looking at the same. Like, he wants to squirrel and bird. Yeah.
Got that.